All right, no worries. Hey, hi everyone, Joleen from Big Raven Yoga, and excuse my appearance, I'm just back from my yoga practice, and I've got a little bit of the post-yoga practice brain coma. If that happens to any of you, it's certainly happening to me right now. It was a really great practice. I was at Core Power and I did a Core Power CP2, it's called. So vinyasa flow, probably a little bit more power and endurance. But in that Shavasana, that was a real live experience for me today, and it was pretty awesome. But I couldn't end my day without taking a few minutes to share with you some of our new designs at Big Raven Yoga. So if you were paying attention to all of our goings on last week, I was talking about how my indecisiveness has been contagious in that there's so much art that I love and so many designs, and so I thought that the best way to proceed was to share with all of you all of the things that we had been working on. I couldn't decide, which ones to hold back and which ones to bring forward, so I just pretty much gave you everything. And as a result, we ended up with about 80 different designs on our site, and our fans and followers and customers said, Joleen, there's just too many. I can't make a decision. So we listened to all of that and we changed the way that we do what we do. And now we only have about 20 designs that are on the site, and we will refresh those the first of every month, and we will keep it interesting and fabulous, and it's been great for us. We're having a wonderful time in the design space. So last week was the cleaning out of some of our older designs, and today, I'm excited to share with you just a few of our new ones. These 4 we just released here in May, and it's kind of a part of a Mother's Day collection. And here is the first one. And thank you for jumping in and hanging out with me while we do this. I really appreciate it. All right, so if you're ready, here is our first brand new design. And ta-da! This design is called Moonchild You Shine, and I'm in a really bright room, so I'm not sure if you can see all of those details, so I wonder if we shouldn't maybe back out a light so you can see. But here is the full view of Moonchild You Shine. It's a really sweet, like baby pink. And the background, yeah, that's better. The background is kind of a sandy, marbled texture. Look at that, isn't that cool? With little bits of constellation and little bits of the, what's that called, honey? Like constellations and stars and moon dust, and then in the center, it's got more of that really sweet baby pink and gold, and then up at the top it's got the crescent moon. So to give you an idea of color, I would say it's a pretty neutral stone color with pink and gold and black accents, and this one is called Moonchild You Shine, and I love it so much. Isn't that awesome? Like, just pretend we're standing on it right now. We're standing on it looking down at the beginning of our practice. Ah, it's so awesome. And then, we do hide our Big Raven in all of our designs. We don't put one at the end. Our options could be, we could stamp the Big Raven on, or we could emboss it, or we could stitch it. But instead, I made the decision that we would make Big Raven a part of each and every piece of artwork so that it becomes part of it, not on it, but in it, if that makes sense. And so I've gotten a little bit of kickback from the people on my team about this because, as you can imagine, it's pretty labor intensive to make sure that we get it right and to make sure that you can see it. And so it's more touch points, as we call it. Like, we have to make sure that it's visible when it's printed on a 6x2 substrate. So there is a little bit of complaining among the staff. I won't tell you any names. I'll just put the camera in his face. This guy right here. Just a few complaints about the Big Raven, but he's on board. It's all good. So, but it becomes kind of fun to try to find the Big Raven that we have put in each and every one of our pieces of art. So if you're just joining, thank you for being here. And you missed the part where I apologize for my appearance. I just got back from yoga, so I look a little wet and noodly. But this is a super great iteration of the Big Raven. I'm going to turn my camera around so you can see it. And it's right here in this bottom sweet pink and gold crescent moon. And you see B-I-G-R-A-V-E-N. So if you are standing on this side of the mat at your yoga practice, the Big Raven would be right down there. And from your view at practice, Moonchild You Shine looks like this. Alrighty, let's do another one. Another new design is right next door, and this one is called Rose Gold Pathway. This one has gold texture in these cool obelisk. Is that how you would describe these? Mixed with lots of different geometric patterns. Again, a cool marbly surface, kind of in a dusty rose or like maybe a mauve with some black. And it's in the same story with this cool marbled background. And what's really interesting, or at least to me, because I'm kind of a nerd, is that, so that is the yoga mat right there that you're looking at. And I'm actually showing them to you on a marble counter, which looks like that. I think it's pretty awesome that you can't even really tell the difference. So I think that the way that this design was executed was pretty awesome. So Rose Gold Pathway, and if you're standing at this end of the mat, this is what it looks like. Pink and mauve and black and gold. And you know, sometimes people say, do you ever get, you know, dizzy when you're practicing yoga on these mats with, you know, different kinds of geometric designs? So without hurting myself, which is going to be a stretch for those of you who know me well, I'm climbing up on the counter so that you can see it from a humongous distance of 5 feet off the ground. So pretend I'm at my yoga practice, and this is what Rose Gold Pathway looks like from 5 feet. So in any kind of practice, for me anyway, my mat isn't really a distraction. It's just part of how personal the experience is. And I've never gotten any kind of vertigo or gotten dizzy or anything. So, and now if we look at the Big Raven, this one is hidden in the marbled texture of that mauve background. Can you see it right there? Big Raven. And then if I back up again to my ginormous distance away of 5 feet, that's what it looks like. So, alrighty, so thoughts? Do you like it? Because I totally love it. I'm so excited about these new designs in our Mother's Day collection. We did lots of these really sweet, these sweet pinks and golds. I'm still standing on the counter, and so my crew is nervous about my safety.
Actually standing on a rotating stool.
Oh, it's a rotating stool. So I've got backup right here, making sure I don't fall on my face. However, that might make for a pretty good Facebook Live. But we won't do that. Okay, so I have another one to share with you. And this one is called Daydream. And Daydream is in that same color story. Let me flip my camera around. Wait for it. It's going to be awesome. Alrighty, there it is. This one is called Daydream. And again, same color palette. So it's sweet pink. It's kind of a baby pink. It's very, 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 very gentle in the pink. And then the background texture has kind of this torn paper, or like moon dust, I would call it. And then we've got more geometrics. And then the geometrics work together to tell this story. And again, I'm standing on the rotating stool, holding steady, nothing to worry about. But this is what the design looks like from 5 feet up. So if you're standing at your yoga practice, this is what you would see. And then, oh, this is a really, really good big raven. So let me get over there without breaking or hurting anything. And can you see it? Before I tell you where it is, I'll give you a chance to find it. So if you see it, maybe wave at me or do something to answer my question. Oops, the light went on and it went away. All right, but it's right there. Do you see it in the cracks in the marble? It says Big Raven. So again, this design element becomes a part of what we're doing instead of an afterthought. And I really, really, really love how this particular iteration of hiding our logo turned out. So let me back up. Oh!
Show your friends what you just hit.
So I'm sitting on the counter, and I just banged my head on the light, which is above the counter. So that was no blood. I'm totally fine, but I'm really accident prone, and so I should have known that was coming. But yeah, I just hit my head on the light, and I didn't break it. So that's good. Okay, I'll jump down off the counter and we'll get the next one. We've got, I hope you're laughing with me, and even if you're laughing at me, it's totally fine. I totally deserve it. Okay. That was really funny. This last one is called Sweet Lullaby. And I'm really excited about Sweet Lullaby. And if you can hear all this rustling around, part of our process at Big Raven Yoga is after we design something, we do a test print on a life-size substrate. So, you know, if you've designed things on a computer and it looks awesome when you're just looking at it in on a 17-inch screen or whatever you may have. But when you blow it up to 6 feet by 2 feet, oftentimes there can be things hiding in that file that you didn't intend to be there. So we have learned a lesson that before we print anything on our mats on the final destination, we do a test print to make sure that everything is perfect so that you can see the Big Raven, so that we have the right color balance, so that it feels like a luxurious product, and that you have the very best version of the artwork. So all of this rolling and unrolling, that's what we're doing. We're sharing with you the test prints so that we know that they're perfect when they hit the substrate of the mat. Alrighty, so this last one is called Sweet Lullaby. Oh, Darren just had a good idea. So he told me to say it, but hold still, Marling. I'm gonna turn this around and he can say it. Okay.
I'm ready for my close-up.
What did you tell me to say?
So these are on paper because we haven't actually printed them on an expensive yoga mat yet, which means that the first person to order a particular design, they get #1 out of a series of 500. We limit ours to 500 prints, and they're all numbered and they're signed by Joleen. So you get a certificate of authenticity with it, and if they want to see the certificate of authenticity, they will have to order the mat.
Oh, nice!
But the first person to order it gets #1 out of 500, and
nice.
then #2, #3, etc.
Gotcha. So I just suggested that he go get a certificate of authenticity for you to see, and then that's when he came up with that snazzy. Okay, I know you can hear that. I'm getting coaching in the background to not hit my head on the light. Again, I'm back up on the counter. And here's the light. Here's the counter. All right, I'm gonna be super careful as I show you Sweet Lullaby. Sweet Lullaby. Is that right? I think there's a dream in there. But anyway, we'll get the right name. All right, so here we go.
Early Morning Lullaby.
Early Morning Lullaby. Okay, so this one is pinker than the last ones that we just went through. And again, it's got a marble wash to it. And I would say that for kind of color reference, it's a pink and lilac marbled wash. The editor over here to my right says it looks like kind of swirled cotton candy. And again, so we're on a marbled surface, blink. And then if we come over here to the marbled background of this design, I think we did a pretty good job. Looks like marble. And then it's got different phases of the moon. Our yogis really love anything in a moonscape. And then the texture over here, more of that pink and white and cream marble wash, for lack of a better word. And then there's the full moon. I'm watching my head, I'm good. And then down at this end, more phases of the moon. And I'm actually gonna put myself on the spot. I don't remember where the big raven is. So oh, I do know where it is. Okay, so let me just hold the camera right here. And 1,000 shining gold stars to the first person who can like scream out in your home where it is. But it's right there in this left side of the moon where it says Big Raven. And it's hidden pretty well. As we back up, you can see that it kind of disappears. And then if I very gingerly make my way to standing, I'm not gonna fall, and get you to the 5-foot view. That's what this mat would look like when you're standing on it for your yoga practice. I love it. I love it. I love it. Everyone did a really good job. And there's the big raven. Alrighty. So hold on to. All right, so there we are. Those are our 4 new designs that just went live at Big Raven Yoga. And I wish he would just come and say it. What are you saying?
The first 3 designs are on sale this week.
Oh, the first 3 are on sale. See, that's not really my department. I'm like all art and like the fun side, and then Darren is like that side, like what's on sale and how it all gets there and stuff. So we make an excellent team. But those first 3 in that rose gold series are on sale this week, and there's a discount code. And
the design highlight of the week.
They're the design highlight of the week, and the discount code is Child's Pose.
It's all in honor of Mother's Day.
Okay.
Which is Sunday for those of you who've forgotten. And if you are for our email list, then you get the highlight of the week and the discount code of the week every Tuesday and Saturday, I think.
Right. Okay, so the code is Child's Pose.
All caps.
All caps. All one word, no apostrophe. Right?
Correct.
And no number, just Child's Pose.
Just Child's Pose.
Just Child's Pose. Okay. All right, so there are all the details. All right, thank you so much for laughing with and or at me during the hit my head on the light side unscripted part of tonight's Facebook Live. And thank you so much for jumping in and being friends and followers of Big Raven Yoga. We really, really appreciate it. It's awesome. And we will be back with another Facebook Live. And I think the next time we're going to be talking about, our custom work. So we have a lot of fun in the custom design space, and we're going to be showing you some of those things. So thank you, everyone.